Right guys, welcome back to the next day of the Heat Sheet Advent Calendar, and today I'm going to talk about 5 wrestlers who are completely fit, completely healthy, but are at risk of missing WrestleMania 41. Obviously you've got the likes of Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair and Bronson Reed and all these people who you won't expect to be there due to contract agreements or injuries, etc. But the first one on this list of people who might not make it just to pure either booking decision or lack of direction, I'm going to say Drew McIntyre. Obviously, they'll look to shoehorn him in and find a way, but as it stands, this close to WrestleMania, maybe 3 months away, he doesn't seem to have any real direction. There is news in the dirt sheets and everything that Wade Barrett might come out of retirement and have a final match against Drew McIntyre, but as it stands, that seems to be the only real direction he's got. Maybe something will change, the first Raw on Netflix is happening soon, so a lot of things will change, a lot of things will move quite quickly, but for now, Drew McIntyre seems to be without any direction. It's likely that the feud he's just entered with Sami Zayn will culminate at the Royal Rumble or maybe the Elimination Chamber, if they can maybe draw that out into a potential world title feud as well at some point with maybe CM Punk and Seth Rollins as well. That's one way you could go, but like I said, nothing in concrete for him yet. Number 2 is going to be the man I've just mentioned, Sami Zayn. Obviously, he's had a lot of high caliber WrestleMania matches recently with, say, the likes of Kevin Owens and with Kevin Owens against the Usos, but he does seem to get shoehorned into matches quite often towards, the end of the WrestleMania season when it's coming towards the big event. So maybe that'll happen again, but for now, like I said, short-term feud with Drew McIntyre, it looks like, to get him back into it. Whether that was supposed to be potentially delayed until WrestleMania and the injury to Bronson Reed's maybe the catalyst to get that going a little bit quicker, who knows. If they can draw this out to WrestleMania, I think Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn can have one of the matches of the night, one of the matches of the show. So if they can hold that until the big show, I would like to see that. However, he's another one that could potentially miss it as well, due to, like I said, the lack of booking. Right, the next one's a bit of a controversial one because we could see her do something major at the show, but maybe not potentially be slated beforehand for a match, and that's going to be Tiffany Stratton. We know Tiffany Stratton's capable of having a WrestleMania-worthy match with her matches in NXT with the likes of Becky Lynch, which was definitely the defining moment in her career so far. Her match with Lyra Valkyria, obviously she was one of the main stars at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view as well. But unless she does, the honourable thing, which only faces really do with the Money in the Bank, and declare beforehand that she's going to use it for a match at WrestleMania against like Nia Jax, or whether it's Liv Morgan, whoever's the champion at the time, then it's unlikely that she's going to have a match there. But like I said, she might have a Seth Rollins, Damian Priest type cash-in, which I would say is probably the most likely. But as it stands, if she's not used in that way, then there's a potential for Tiffany Stratton to miss the biggest show of the year as well. Next one is someone I've just mentioned again, and that is going to be the first current champion so far, and that is going to be Liv Morgan. I don't see Liv Morgan as a performer in a one-on-one match at WrestleMania anyway. If they have a ladder match, maybe she could defend the belt, but I wouldn't say that she's high caliber enough at the moment. She puts on good matches, but maybe none to the standard that Triple H would want for a WrestleMania show. And I think it is likely, by reading the dirt sheets and maybe having a little bit freakish knowledge on where stories might go, is that it's probably going to be hot-shotted on Rhea Ripley at some point for a match and a rematch with Becky Lynch. That's where I would go, because we've seen the match at WrestleMania last year. It was probably both their best matches in the last couple of years, if not their whole careers. So seeing that again would not be a problem, but obviously that would leave Liv Morgan off the card. If they want to do something with Dom and maybe have an intergender match with Dom and Rhea and Liv Morgan and Damian Priest, that's something you could potentially go down, but it does look like Damian Priest is going to be doing something with Finn Balor. So where that leaves Liv Morgan, unless something happens fast, it could be potentially missing the main card of the year. And the last one on the list today is going to be Kevin Owens. Obviously, he's in one of the main feuds in WWE right now with Cody Rhodes for that belt. So if he wins it, you could see him going a potential run with that all the way to WrestleMania to face the likes of Randy Orton or maybe even Sami Zayn. However, it does look like he's going to lose that match, and where that leaves him after that is kind of in limbo for the next couple of months. Obviously, any of these superstars that I've mentioned have got the chance to get a title match by winning the Royal Rumble or winning the Elimination Chamber, but the way it looks like at the moment, Cody Rhodes is going to be in some sort of feud with either Randy Orton or Roman Reigns or The Rock or something that they want to make the main event as, mainstream and as, worth watching, and try and top last year's as much as possible. And having Kevin Owens in the main event there wouldn't do that. So unless we see a reunite with Sami Zayn, or like I said, he can find his own direction by maybe calling someone out or going for a different belt, the IC title, the United States title. This is all very early predictions and a lot can happen from now on, but Tiffany Stratton, Liv Morgan, Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are my 5 high caliber superstars that could be at risk of missing WrestleMania this year.